My name is Giandomenico Tonatiu Pellizzi. I go by GT, and this is my studio at Mana. I studied architecture at Cooper Union, and my work engages with the vocabulary of architecture and construction, both on the wall and in 3 dimensions in space. I'm currently working on a show for Harmony Murphy Gallery in Los Angeles. A lot of the work that you see in the studio will be going to LA in the next few weeks. Most of the works engage with the metaphors of construction to sort of illustrate the process of completing a work of art and engage with elements that go into completing it and kind of parsing the different components of artworks and painting. For these panels, after the box is built, I mix joint compound with plaster of Paris, and then I put that on a lathe, and with the lathe I mix different powdered pigments onto the compound as I'm applying it onto the surface. So that is what gives those slight color variations in the plaster. These are some of the completed plaster pieces, and their content sort of varies depending on each one. This one is based on the construction lines for The Last Supper by Leonardo da Vinci. This one is a study in spatial projection, playing with different ways of reading space into a surface. All these works are made with snap lines, which are powdered pigment on a string that a lot of masons and construction workers use in order to begin projecting an architectural plan into a space where that plan is going to be built. So I use these a lot on these plaster walls as a way of illustrating the potentiality of the construction of these things. This pipe sculpture, it's in between a 3-dimensional diagram. You could say the entrails of a building or of a construction, kind of like absurdist illustration of the sort of piping of a construction, but it's also like a sort of 3-dimensional diagram supported by the content of these books. This piece is I Ching hexagram 64, which is before completion. And so with this work, what I was interested in was breaking down and parsing the different components of a canvas, of a painting. So you have the stretcher bars, the linen, and then the primed surface. The I Ching also has a language that is used in order to read the world and decide how to act upon it. So in a sense, the I Ching also represents a language or a construction through which expression can happen, which is also what painting, in a sense, is.